Dear viewers, you may have heard of water-soluble paints, water-soluble vitamins, but have you ever heard of a water-soluble flyover? Well, say hello to the Palava Flyover on Kalyan-Shilphata Road. 8 years, that's how long it took to build this engineering marvel. 8 years of barricades choking roads, endless detours, and next month pakka ho jayega promises. And within hours of its opening, the road started peeling off like an old band-aid. Asphalt crumbled, bitumen turned the surface into a skating rink, bikers skidded, and the flyover was shut down the same day it opened. Yes, it was shut down the same day it was opened for public. Welcome to Sustainable Development Mumbai style. Hello, my name is Tejas and you're watching Honest Take on Lokmat Times. Before we get into how a brand new flyover fell apart in a day, hit subscribe and ring the bell icon so you don't miss us holding power to account. Now, let's rewind. The Palava Flyover was supposed to be a lifeline for the people of Kalyan, Dombivli, Navi Mumbai and even further suburbs like Badlapur and Ambernath. It was part of the Grand Airoli-Katai Naka freeway vision, meant to cut down traffic and support the swelling real estate dreams of Palava city, where flats were sold with glossy brochures promising that you would cruise to Airoli in minutes, except that cruise kept getting postponed. Land acquisition issues, fair compensation battles, railway authorities demanding changes for the dedicated freight corridor, monsoons washing away timelines, elections pushing deadlines further, and excuses piling up like the traffic jams they were supposed to solve. Fast forward to 2025. We were told the flyover would open by May, then June, then July first week. Finally, on July 4th, 2025, 2 out of 4 lanes were thrown open. For a few hours, people rejoiced. Videos flooded Instagram stories. Families smiled while crossing over this brand new promise of development. And then, reality struck. Traffic started moving and the top layer of the road started coming off under tires like eraser shavings on a notebook. Chunks of asphalt and loose gravel rolled around like marbles, making bikers lose balance. Excess bitumen turned the road into a black ice rink, causing 2 bikers to skid and fall. Within hours of the inauguration of this flyover, it was shut down for emergency repairs. And what did those repairs look like? Dumping gravel on the road to add grip. The kind of quick fix jugaad you see when a pothole goes viral. Except this was on a flyover that took 8 years and crores of taxpayer money to build. So who is responsible for this chaos? The Maharashtra State Road Development Corporation, MSRDC, the nodal agency that oversaw this project. The same MSRDC that now claims excess bitumen was applied, making the surface too slippery to drive. Think about that for a moment. 8 years of planning, crores spent, engineers and supervisors paid, consultants billed, safety audits claimed to have been done, and the final surface was so poorly executed that it turned into a hazard the day it opened. This isn't a pothole on a village road. It's a major arterial flyover in India's financial capital's metropolitan region, and it couldn't survive a single day of traffic. And it's not just the MSRDC. Contractors working on such a critical project did not bother to ensure the final layer was properly laid and tested before opening it to the public. MSRDC engineers either did not notice or chose not to notice. Local politicians eager to show development before municipal elections likely pushed for the inauguration without a safety cross-check. And who paid the price? You, the taxpayer. You, the commuter who risked your safety the moment you crossed onto that flyover. This fiasco isn't just about a slippery road. It's a symptom of a disease that plagues India's infrastructure system. Flyovers and roads are announced with fancy 3D graphics and bhavya estimates running into thousands of crores. Deadlines are promised like candy, but years pass, costs balloon, and accountability disappears. The Palava Flyover is part of the larger Airoli-Katai Naka freeway and Kalyan-Shilphata 6-lane project, grandly promised to decongest Mumbai's lifelines. But if we can't ensure a basic quality check on a flyover before opening it, how are we supposed to trust the safety of thousands of commuters who drive on these structures every single day? We don't know the exact cost of this flyover alone. What we know is it is a part of multi-thousand crore project. But when questions are raised about delays and quality, all you get is either silence or blame game mode. On paper, MLA Rajesh More from the Shiv Sena Shinde faction oversaw the project, attributing delays to weather and technical issues. Opposition leaders like Dipesh Matre from Shiv Sena UBT and Pramod Patil from MNS protested delays, demanded accountability and called for audits when the fiasco unfolded. And as always, a statement came from MSRDC. Corrective measures were taken immediately. But let's not forget, immediately meant after two bikers skidded and fell, and after yet another infrastructure promise collapsed in real time. And the worst part, this isn't an isolated case in Maharashtra. We have seen brand new flyovers develop cracks weeks after opening. Roads washed away after a single rain, poor infrastructure taking lives followed by committees, reports, and then the news cycle moves on, leaving you stuck with the consequences. When was the last time you saw a contractor or a government official face real consequences for poor construction? Ask yourself, now what should happen with the Palava Flyover? First, a full technical audit with public disclosure of findings. Who was the contractor? Who signed off on the quality before opening? What quality checks were missed? Who is liable for damages and delays? Second, if excess bitumen was the problem, who ordered it? Was it a cost-cutting measure? A rush job to meet an election deadline? Was it incompetence or corruption? Third, the remaining 2 lanes of the flyover need clear, accountable timelines for completion. Citizens deserve to know when this road will genuinely be fully functional, not half-baked. There should be public daily progress updates because people enduring daily traffic have a right to know when real relief is coming. And finally, real accountability, not another committee, not another report gathering dust, but actual action. If 2 bikers had died that day, we would be talking about FIRs, arrest and compensation. Just because they survived doesn't mean the risk they were subjected to should be brushed aside. The Palava Flyover was supposed to be promise. Today it stands as a warning of what happens when pushing inaugurations takes priority over safety checks. A warning of how public money is spent without public accountability. A warning about a system that is comfortable with mediocrity as long as a photo op is done, a banner is printed, and an election speech is ready. And if we, as citizens, don't demand accountability, this will happen again. Another flyover will crumble, another road will peel, another bridge will crack, and you and I will pay with our taxes, our time, and sometimes with our lives. This was your honest take with me, Tejas, on the Palava Flyover fiasco, a fiasco that should wake us up, not just to the state of our roads, but to the state of governance we live under. If you care about the spaces you live in and the systems that shape your daily life, keep asking questions, keep demanding accountability, and keep watching Lokmat Times for more such stories. Thank you.